Muzzy, I'll start by saying we won 1-0 today, but that has to be one of the poorest games of football we've had during your tenure, isn't it?
Yeah, and that probably says something because we've had a few bad ones. It's we're getting there. I think that was probably the one thing you go. We're probably expecting a little bit more from the group. So to win 1-0, disappointing performance, disappointing display, but to be resilient, get a clean sheet, see the game out. Really, really, really pleased with the 3 points.
Yeah. So you made a couple of changes today. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, if to change a winning team, it's sometimes easier. It just freshens it up a little bit. I think Carnell was struggling with his hamstring. Callum's been off for a couple of games suspended, and then we had a little think about Kieran, and with Jamie up top. We know his strength is back to goal, bringing and linking up. We needed maybe some bodies that would get legs a little bit forward. So we went with Preston and Kieran for that. And Jarrell, really, I mean, he must have been disappointed not to be playing last week after his display against Corsham. And we just thought, like you said, we'll just freshen it up because we've got 9 games to go, some big games, and and that basically that was the reason.
Yeah. It worked well though because we started the game well. I think Jamie scored after 11 minutes. And up until that point, it had been a pretty good performance.
Yeah, it was a great finish, and that's what Jamie's all about. You put him in front of goal. You kind of back him. He's really good. He's really composed in front of goal. There's lots of his game that he needs to improve, and he'll learn. I think he took a blow off one of the big centre halves today, and he's probably not had that before. It was blindsided the referee, one to the ribs. But he'll learn from that. He'll learn from that. That basically because he started well. He got a little dig, he'll definitely learn from that.
Yeah, like I said, thereafter there weren't many chances for either side in the remaining sort of 80 minutes of the game. But I guess you mentioned earlier we've won the previous 2 games. That's 3 wins in a row. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, really pleased. It took us over the 40-point barrier today, and it's 3 wins in a row. How you get there, is irrelevant. For the 90 minutes, you cannot be happy with the display, some of the performances, but to get 3 points at the end of it, it's a sweet moment, and we should be enjoying it.
Yeah, and we have one more game in this month when we play Worcester Raiders next week. That promises to be a very tough game.
It will be. They're doing really well. I think we caught them on a really good day for us just before Christmas and got a good result. They're pushing playoffs, and I've said that many times in recent interviews. We've got, I think, Slimbridge, Droitwich, Roman Glass. So we want to affect that. We want to mix it. We want to have a say in who's in that top 5. We'll go there. We'll do our best, and we've got a good, honest group, and that I think that showed today. I think we are a good group. We are an honest group. Might not play well every week, but today we've actually dug in for an inexperienced group. Dig in, get a result. I'm really pleased.
Yeah, and I think the thing there, just to reflect on from what you said, is that we've had days where we've played better and not got a result, perhaps because we've been naive and equally days where we should have done more and we haven't. So I guess you'd say there's a marker there that we've won a game 1-0 without playing remotely near where we can be.
Yeah, and could you have said that 18 months ago? So it is one of those. And I think that we're setting our own standards. We're setting our own goals, ambition. We've got 8 or 9 games left, whatever it is. What is the ambition of the team for the rest of the season? Our ambition is to win all 8. Will we do that? Probably not. But if we got that focus, that desire, that commitment, that togetherness, we'll take each game as it comes, and we'll see what we get.
I ask this often this season, and it's probably a sign of the stability that's come now during the sort of latter part of your reign. We had another player reach 100 appearances today, Brad Bevan.
Yeah, for Brad to get 100 games, really pleased for Brad. He's done well. Last season he finished the season really strong. Started the season really well this year. He's been in and out for various reasons, availability, holidays. But yeah, he's a very honest lad. He's improving all the time. So really, for him to get 100 games, that again, it shows the stability of the club. People stayed last year. We didn't lose anybody. We've gained Eddie, Sam Kelly. So our squad is strong. We've got 16 players there. Macca if he gets back fit, you know, there are going to be people disappointed. So yeah, we've got a good core, good competition. So going forward, yeah. So really good for us. Really pleased for Brad. Yeah, he's like I said, one of those honest lads that, you know, he'll give 100% every time he's on that pitch.
Yeah, and then just one final question. You mentioned there about aspirations for the season. You know, in a perfect world, win all 8. Where do you see us ending if things go as you'd like them to?
Yeah, well, if things go to plan, you're probably talking 7th or 8th. That would be great. I know teams have got games in hand of us. Fairford are doing really well, a little run at the moment. Cinderford are on a little bit of a run. There's teams with games in hand on us, but we've got 41 points in the bag. I could probably say 6 or 7 points off where I think we should be. There's a couple of results you mentioned earlier. We've played better and not got them. I think we should be around about 47, 48 points, to be totally honest. You know, and then you'd be looking to get around 60 plus, and you know that would be great. But you know, our ambition is to beat 51 points, finish higher than 11th, have a positive goal difference, and win more than we lose this season.
Great job. Cheers, mate.